Hi guys, the episode that you're just about to listen to is generously sponsored by our affiliates Board Game Crate. Board Game Crate provide a monthly subscription service where they get fresh new games delivered straight to your door. Just head over to www.boardgamecrate.co.uk, and furthermore, if you use our discount code UnluckyFrogIsAwesome, all lowercase, all one word, you'll get a cheeky little discount. It's easy to remember because it's true. Hello and welcome to the Unlucky Frog Gaming Podcast. You are joined by your usual hosts here, Josh Hartley and Charlotte Porter this time. Mm-hmm. How are we doing, Charlotte?
I'm alright, how's things?
Yes, I'm grand. No Ben this week.
No Ben, he is busy painting
Angry Naked Dwarfs.
Angry Naked Dwarfs.
We always have to call Fire Slayers Angry Naked. It emphasised the lack of clothing and the... edition of Rage. I don't know. But, yeah. Ben is off to a tournament tomorrow, hence why he's getting things finished up for that. So you've got our dulcet tones this week. So what are we going to have a chat about this week then?
Well, we've got some news announcements, but I think our main topic is going to be the results of the Golden Geek.
Of course, yes, the Golden Geek being the public awards that BoardGameGeek.com will cover off the winners and runners-up in each category in a moment, and our little take on them.
Yeah, our thoughts.
But, let's have a look at what's been going on in board game news. So, just a first little thing, a couple of games that we have talked about previously on the podcast are actually out for sale now.
That's right.
Yeah, yes. So Asmodee have both put out Summoner's Isle, which will...
I can't see it.
Yeah, Pecularity.
Yes.
Pecularity games.
Yes.
There we are.
There we go.
So we chatted about Summoner's Isle a while ago. Yeah, we got a chance to play a prototype copy as well, and that's very exciting. Yes. But the one I'm really looking forward to picking up is one of our very, very, very early episodes back in 2017. We got to play Magnificent Flying Machines by Richard Denning and Medusa Games. And that has come out for release. And I really want to pick it up. My dad really wants to play it. He thought it sounded really fun.
It came actually quite away from when we originally played it.
It looked really good, but you could tell it was a prototype copy. Yeah.
But by the time we actually saw the finished copy, which I'm sure was UK Games Expo or... somewhere, I can't remember, it might even have been the next
Glasgow Games
Fest,
it
just looked really nice. The artwork's on point. It does look very sort of 1910s sort of
so looking forward to getting bricks chucked at my plane once again. So yes, we'll grab those.
So congratulations to Pecularity. Medusa Games, well done.
There we go. A little bit on the Kickstarter front, but District 9, the Kickstarter's been cancelled.
Yeah, we spoke about this last week. Quite excited about it. Weta, I'm not sure how you say it. Obviously are known for doing visual effects in films. Yeah. And they've been moving into board games and the such. We thought District 9 was an interesting choice. An obscure choice, perhaps? Maybe more than interesting.
Were they involved in the visual effects for District 9 though?
I've got
a feeling that is the case. Yeah.
But we did feel that it would be worth looking at, and so the Kickstarter went live, and they've since cancelled it. They did, however, as far as I'm aware, because Ben was one of the backers, they sent out a survey I think before they closed it to try and get feedback from people, and I think the general feeling was there was just too much going on at that time, because there are, as we've said before, it just seems to be saturated with Kickstarters, board games at the moment. So,
Aye.
So we're curious to see what they're going to do, what they're going to come back with, if they need to do more, put more energy into advertising it, put more energy into promoting it, or just what they're going to do. Because they're already quite a well-established company. So.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. And I'm disappointed it's not going ahead because it's. I'm a sucker for sci-fi, but it's different sci-fi as well. I really liked the film District 9, and it would have been interesting to see how the game would have worked mechanically, and so we'll watch this space. Hopefully they come back to it, and we'll take it from there. Other news-wise, War of the Spark, the new Magic the Gathering set, has launched its spoiler season. This set is notable. This is the final set. The final of the 3 sets that are set on Ravnica.
Oh yes.
That have been coming recently. Unique thing about this one is every single pack is going to include Planeswalker. Okay. Planeswalkers being the characters that really drive the story of Magic the Gathering. They did a trailer for it. The trailer looks fan-bloody-tastic. They've knocked it out of the park, and the spoilers look great so far. I don't know. Planeswalker cards are typically very powerful. Okay. They're like the poster child for the whole game. So they're usually pushed to be very strong. I don't know how it's going to work when you've got 36 of them in that one set, and you get one in every pack. We'll see, though. I mean, in terms of design-wise, lately, Wizards of the Coast have been very on point. So I've got faith that it'll be good. But, I'll pop along to the pre-release, no doubt. So.
Well, I don't know much about Magic, but I know that the Ravnica series has been very well received.
It's probably the setting that people are the most fond of in Magic the Gathering. It's been around for a while now. I think the first card set there were back in 2005. So it's pretty iconic.
And recently you've had the crossover with Dungeons and Dragons, haven't you?
I know, which we're yet to try out. I'd love to have a go though. I'd love to play like a plucky little goblin in Ravnica, but again, could give that a bash after our current RPG project. So keep that under wraps. So. And just in other news, there's been a bit of an April Fool.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so Riverhorse Studios launched a game on Kickstarter called Crowdfunder. So basically what Crowdfunder is, or from what I've gleaned from my 5-second look at the page, it's a board game about running a Kickstarter campaign.
Oh.
Which I don't know, might be fun, might be a little too close to home for some of our friends in the design community. So I don't know if I mean they make board games about war though, so war's not fun. Nope. So I don't know on the scale of misery where running a Kickstarter campaign falls compared to war,
but it did get its funding.
It did meet its funding target. What was that target?
£100.
There we go. Well done, crowdfunder. But it just made me think. Did you fall victim to any April Fools this year?
No, but I did have a look to see, and I knew that they were. I've learned my lesson. That always look at the date. Always look at what it's about. And I'm not actually aware of any big ones that happened. Even in the board game industry, was it any?
No, I think Crowdfunder's the only board game related one. I did see McDonald's had an advert for milkshake flavoured dipping sauces for your chips.
Yeah. The one that I did like was and it might be totally irrelevant to people, but for those that don't know, Dippy, the Diplodocus, is currently in Kelvin Grove Museum.
Oh yes, of course.
Diplodocus, depending on.
Diplodocus?
Yes.
Who says Diplodocus?
I had a discussion with somebody that was like, it's not Diplodocus, it's Diplodocus, and I was like, whatever.
Right, no, we need to talk about this. Not only is this person wrong, right, when the rest of the world says I've never met a person who says Diplodocus.
Yeah. So what do you say? We'd like to know. Most importantly,
Diplodocus.
Do you say
It's Diplodocus.
Diplodocus.
Diplodocus sounds like some like you
Roman
said
general.
Yeah, I was going to say it sounds like one of the Roman generals from Asterix. But yeah, so
the other thing that Glasgow is famous for is the statue of Wellington,
who is always wearing a traffic cone on his head.
So somebody put a traffic cone on top of Dippy's head.
Good move. Strong move, Glasgow.
Strong move.
Love it.
People make Glasgow.
Indeed.
But it's quite endearing because it did feel as if, he's finally been recognised as a Glasgow institution. And that's
how long's he staying in the Kelvin Grove for?
He's only there for another couple of months. There's a T-Rex coming shortly.
Oh, wow.
I really want to see that.
Right.
Yeah. I went to see Dippy. I was a bit disappointed.
Disappointed in Dippy? Why?
Not so much because I thought he would be bigger.
I
thought he would be bigger.
He's big.
Massive, but I assumed he would be bigger. He's breathtaking, don't get me wrong. He's breathtaking when you walk in. But I was just like, his head is tiny. He has an absolutely tiny head. What? Oh, I don't understand. What's happening? So,
it's I've seen him in the Natural History Museum down in London. And actually, I got the same thing that you did. I imagined it. Even though he's massive, I imagined him being bigger. But I think I'm thinking of, is it a Brachiosaurus or...
Oh, yeah, because I imagined standing beside his leg and it being like a tree trunk.
Yeah,
but those it's Brachiosaurus.
I think that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
But I'm no dinosaur expert, so yeah. But no, the traffic cone's a nice touch. Yes. I like that. I did fall... victim to a prank. I fall victim to an April Fool prank every year, though.
Is it aimed at you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little trusting in people. It was a simple one. It wasn't elaborate.
Yeah.
It's basically one of my colleagues at work, Laura, sent me a little message just saying, I've handed my notice in. I'm leaving in 4 weeks. So I come over to her and just say, I can't believe you're going, but congratulations. Give her a congratulatory hug, and as I'm hugging her, she just goes, it's an April Fool. So I just push her away and tell her to off.
I don't know. I kind of feel that personal attacks like that aren't in the spirit of April Fools. You have to sort of fool everyone. I think that's kind of what it is.
Okay.
So
yeah, let us know your April Fools as well. But let's move on then to...
Well, before we move on to the Golden Geeks, and we have a competition running at the moment.
Of course, yes.
Our very own Game of the Year.
Yeah, so we crowned Koi our favourite game of 2018.
Also best artwork too.
Yes, it is gorgeous. So you also, lovely listener, have the opportunity of winning.
Yep.
Just click the link below, and we are going to be drawing the winner on the 1st of May.
1st of May. Yep.
And we'll get it to you wherever you are in the world within reason.
Yes.
I don't know if there's a courier service that gets it to Antarctica.
We will find it. We will get it to you.
Yeah.
We'll deliver it by carrier pigeon if we
I will go there myself and hand deliver Koi to you.
So on that, our review of Koi is up on our YouTube channel as well. So please watch that. Let us know what you think. Do you agree with what we said? Have you had a chance to play it? And also enter the competition. There are now 8 ways for you to enter.
Yes,
so plenty,
whole 8.
Everything. I don't even want to try to say
all the social medias, basically.
All the social medias. Yep. So get them all in. More entries you've got, the more chance you've got of winning.
There we go.
But you'll also get a copy of Koi and some coveted Unlucky Frog gaming merchandise.
Yes, the dice I can confirm are extra cheaty.
Extra cheaty.
Yes, they show up 6s.
Yeah.
A high percentage of the time.
So we'll put the link on the page, but if you're not able to get to it, it is www.unluckyfrog.com/competitions.
There we go. It's easy to remember No, that slogan doesn't work. That doesn't work. So that was our game of the year.
Yes.
But what did the fine voters over... And it is a public vote for the Golden Geek.
Yes.
So this isn't like a lot of the industry awards, which they have a panel of judges.
Yes.
So this is purely voters going to the Board Game Geek website. So we've got the Board Game of the Year.
Yes, so we'll start with the runners-up.
Yes,
For those that don't
say
know.
build a bit of tension.
So we've got 2 runners-up. They don't say whether they're first or second. You've just got 2 runners-up.
Just a runner-up.
So the first runner-up was Architects of the West Kingdom. Now, I've not played that. I do like the artwork for it, though.
Yeah, I've
nice.
seen it in passing. I have to admit, I don't have a particular burning desire to actually play the game, but I've been told it's pretty good, so I'll give it a go at some point. But I'm not rushing out to try it.
The next one on the list is one that I have wanted to play that I've not had a chance to play yet, which is Brass Birmingham.
Yeah. So what's the deal with this game?
I really just love the sort of so it's set, as far as I'm aware, a sort of Victorian
industrial area, yeah,
and it's about sort of mining and industry in the local areas. But I just really love the theme. I love that sort of Victorian gritty industry. It's really up my street.
Rightio. So, and the winner,
I wasn't surprised with this. I've not had a chance to play it. You have.
I have.
The winner was Root.
Root is I've only played one game of it, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with the fact that it is completely asymmetrical.
Yeah.
Like, each faction plays utterly different. At the same time, it kind of it feels balanced in that I feel like you could win with any faction, right?
Yeah.
One of the guys that I was playing this with, Sam. Hello, Sam, if you're listening.
Hello.
He's not so keen on it. He feels that it suffers a bit from... I think you call it runaway winner.
Yeah.
It feels like if you're on the back foot early on in the game, it's difficult to catch up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've only played the one game, so I don't know if it does suffer from that. But overall, a very good game, I thought. And the art style is amazing. In fact, shall we move on to the artwork and presentation award?
We're not going to go through all the categories. We will just go through some of them. But the next one, artwork and presentation. So the runner-up, again, Brass Birmingham.
Yep,
again. Now, the second runner-up, I felt possibly should have been the winner. Now, maybe because I haven't played Root, maybe I can't say for certain, maybe it's one of those immersive experiences. But Everdell by Starling Games.
Everdell was beautiful.
Absolutely stunning game. It just looks so pretty.
Yes.
But the winner, again, was Root.
It's Root. Root does... it's not just the artwork, the components as well. Like the little... I was playing the Marquis de Chat. I should try and put on a French accent, but fail. You've got all your little wooden cat tokens, and they all they feel very. I'm trying to find a really nice, articulate way of saying they just feel nice. Right? And everything just feels nice. It's almost like they were completely handcrafted.
Yeah.
So I get why Root won that category. Obviously, we gave it to Koi as well. Root, I'm not surprised in the slightest that it won.
I really like the colour scheme of Root, because it's all quite muted, sort of almost 70s browns, isn't it? And oranges and blues.
Do you know what? That's it. I was trying to pin on what Root reminded me of. It reminds me of a kid's cartoon from the 70s. Like something like Ivor the Engine.
Yeah. I really like that sort of style.
Yeah. So, well, evidently we didn't give it to Root. Do I think it's a bad winner? No, absolutely not. Yeah. It's fantastic. And if Everdell had won that, I'd have been saying the same. equally with brass, to be fair.
And I suppose as well, like we've mentioned, the awards are based on what people put forward.
Yeah, the more popular, the more widely played a game is, obviously, the more likely it's going to win.
And so, because what we're finding is actually so many people have never heard of Koi.
Yes. So,
yes.
We liked Koi before it was cool.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Push my hipster glasses up my nose.
Push. So let's go on to the next one.
Right.
Card game.
Okay. This one's a... Well, I just read through the entries.
Yeah. So, runner-up, Thunderstone Quest.
Gotta be honest, never even heard of it,
I'm familiar with.
let alone played.
Yeah. Keyforge.
Yeah, Keyforge was very polished. I was impressed with it, but it didn't quite grab me. Yeah. I mean, I talk at more length in a previous episode, but just something wasn't quite there. And
so the winner, this is one that we had a quick discussion about before we came on, because we've maybe been quite negative towards it based on...
I don't think we have. I think one of our guests has. The winner was The Mind.
The Mind. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, at Tabletop Scotland last year, we did D100 plus
room
1.
Yeah, room D100 plus 1.
Which was the entirely original...
definitely not based on any sort of TV show.
Where people in the industry could bring an item or a theme that they didn't like, and we could...
Yeah, we would... Ben and I would deliberate over its inclusion.
Yes.
So, in the category of just game...
Yes.
Duncan put forward The Mind.
Yes.
Duncan really does not like this.
No,
well,
he doesn't.
He doesn't even qualify it as a game.
Yeah.
I have never played it.
Yeah. Neither have I.
But I was saying, right, this you get some films, right, that everyone agrees is good or great or whatever, right? And then you get some films that really splits opinion.
Yeah.
And I think in some ways those films are a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe The Mind falls into that category. Yeah. I don't know. I will have to... We should force Duncan to play it.
With us. Yeah.
We'll never see him again if he knows this. So.
We did have a copy for a while.
Where did that end up?
So basically, the winner of... What was it? Was it the winner of the pub quiz?
Yeah, it was included in the loot for the pub quiz prize, but the winner didn't want it.
Yeah, so it ended up coming back to us, and then we decided... Or was it... We then gave it to Kenny at the Dice Roll Cafe.
Yes, with a mission to hand it over to... Get it to Duncan.
Without Duncan knowing. And it was great because we had all these strange text messages from Kenny being like, the eagle has landed. And it was all these, but he couldn't get near the bag. He just couldn't, get into it. It was a bit like Mission Impossible.
Yes.
And I don't know whatever happened to it. I don't know if it's in the Dice Roll Cafe collection.
I think Kenny did mention that they didn't have a copy, so maybe
we'll find it. But I do want to try it because actually it did get nominated for quite a few other things as well, so maybe it is worth looking at and seeing.
Indeed.
Let's see what next we have.
What topic do we want to talk about next?
Family game. Will we do family game?
Yes. So another, in fact, just said The Mind was a runner-up in this one. What was the other runner-up?
Welcome to, which is something I've never
heard of.
I'm curious as to what it is, though.
I'm just thinking, Welcome to the Jungle. So is this a board game designed by Axl Rose?
Oh no, I have seen this one.
Okay.
It's about trying to build a new town in 1950s America.
Okay.
I've seen the artwork because the artwork's
it's very of the period, right?
Yeah. I have seen that.
I have no idea how that game plays. Nope. Good job, us.
Good job. Yeah.
But the winner.
Quacks of Quedlingburg.
So we've recently acquired our copy, courtesy of Board Game Crate. Yeah. So we've been playing a bit of that. I'm really impressed with this game. It I love it. It just feels really different. So what you're doing is you are a quack, brewing up potions, right? So you've got your bag full of your ingredients, right? And there's a push your luck element to it because, the more ingredients you can chuck in, the better your potion. But if you chuck in too many of the cherry bombs, you blow up.
Yeah.
So you're trying to keep, you keep going until you think, do I try? No. So I really enjoyed it. You and Ben have played a bit more than me, though.
I really enjoy it. I just really enjoy the fact that there's a whole sort of scoring bit in it at the end of each round.
Yeah.
Which does seem a bit. Sometimes it's like, right, what are we doing now? One of the things that does get me is the person that's in the lead, or the person that scored highest rather in that round, gets to roll the bonus dice.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not sure if that's a win-win mechanic.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But the thing that I do like is that even if you explode, you still get some of the scoring things.
Yeah, you're not completely out of the game.
Yeah, which is good. But the other thing that I really liked was the rat tail mechanism.
Yeah.
So for anyone that doesn't know, the way it works is on the scoring board you'll have it's like wee numbers, and occasionally there'll be wee rats and their tails will go across some of the numbers. And what happens now, actually I don't know how it works in a larger game. I've only ever played it in a 2-player game.
Right.
So you would take the difference between the highest scoring player and the lowest scoring player, or in this case, if it's me and Ben, normally Ben's in the head and I'm at the back, and count how many rat tails come in between. And then that gives you your bonus. So for instance, if there was 3 rat tails between us, then I would start 3 up. I don't know how it works for if there's more than 2 players.
I think it's just it's just you measure from yourself to the leader.
To the leader.
So
right.
if you're behind, you see how many rat tails are in between you and the front of the pack.
Yeah.
It's I really like it. Really good game. Do you think it's a family game?
Well, this is the thing we even discussed, because it won the Kennerspiel des Jahres, and we thought, I don't feel it's that, because I was like, well, what is Kennerspiel? I asked Ben, and he was like, well, it's the connoisseurs game, and I thought, well, I don't think it's that high level.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if it's a family game.
I don't know. I'm not saying it's ridiculously complex,
no.
but I think it's maybe when I think of family games, I'm thinking of Ice Cool and Rhino Superhero and all of that. So I don't know if the game is simple enough to be inclusive for young children as well.
I suppose in terms of theme though, it is a very family friendly theme. There's nothing,
that's true. Nothing
in it that's potentially, because there's so many other games that you play that it's like you had to kill other people and you're doing stuff and this and the next thing. But the theme's quite family friendly, and I suppose if there's somebody there maybe to lead a session, it's quite good. But it's a good. I was surprised because it's not because I don't think it would win. I just thought family game.
Yeah, family. Exactly. But no, good game. Good game. Yeah.
So
you knew exactly where I was going with that.
What one do you want to go for now?
Let's talk about the Innovative Award.
So I'm curious as to what that actually entails.
I think this is quite open-ended as to what how you interpret what innovative is. I mean, well, let's go through the runners-up and the winner.
Okay, so first runner-up, Keyforge.
We've made this point before. I don't think Keyforge is innovative at all. Really, it's. Sorry, and I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just, it feels like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon, or so similar to other trading card games, but they've just renamed things. So it doesn't feel like you're attacking someone's health. But you kind of are, right? Yeah. It's just another resource management.
Now, the next one, Chronicles of Crime.
The complete opposite end of the scale. So, Chronicles of Crime is a game similar to Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, where you're all working through some sort of narrative and trying to solve a crime. But what this game does differently is that it has an app as well. And the app and the game actually integrate really well. Haven't had a chance to try it. I've heard very good things, though.
We were actually going to buy it.
Yeah.
The other week, we were saying we're going to just get a collection of things, but we ended up, I think we just ended up getting something else. But
yeah,
it's definitely one that I do want to pick up and give a go.
And I think it definitely is deserving to be in the innovative category, because we're kind of getting to a point now where, you've got your traditional or tabletop games, and then you've got your video games. This is kind of merging the two, right? Yeah. And that's interesting in of itself. Yeah. But who was the winner?
The winner was once again
Root. I don't know if I would call this innovative.
Yeah.
Certainly, like I said earlier, it's asymmetric. And asymmetric to the point that I haven't seen in any other game.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what people are angling at.
Yeah.
When they were voting for this one. I think I would have given it to Chronicles of Crime.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say that, given that I've never played the game, but I mean, it's pretty different. Yeah. But anyway, let me know. Let us know what you guys think.
Yep.
Do you think Root deserves Innovative Award? I again don't doubt it's a good game, but didn't feel like it shook things up that much.
Yeah.
What should we do? One more category.
What about thematic game? Let's do thematic game.
Yeah. Okay.
So the runners up, Western Legends.
This looks like a great game.
Yeah.
Have you guys had a chance to try it yet? No. I know Ben really wants to.
Yeah.
But basically, if something involves dwarfs, pirates, or cowboys, Ben's all over it.
And I got it for him for Christmas right off the back of him playing Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
So he was on a
cowboy
binge at that point, so we just haven't had a chance to play it.
Yeah. Rising Sun. Again, looks phenomenal.
Yes. Not one I've had a chance to play, though I have spied it over people's shoulders, and in fact, I believe it must have been last year at AirCon. I don't know. Ross, More Games Please.
Yes.
Was playing it, and I went over and was like,
It looks fantastic. It looks quite heavy, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's just the way it looks. Quite often with these games that have lots of miniatures, it looks a lot more complicated than it actually is.
Yeah.
But it's looks fantastic, and certainly gives off a strong theme.
Yes.
So so that's good. And the winner,
Root
wins again.
Would you say it's a thematic game?
Yeah, I think so. To be fair. To give it its due in this category, it feels okay. The whole setting of this woodland, which has been invaded by the cats, and there's this uprising of birds and all these different splinter factions within it. It feels like a very fleshed out fiction around this setting as well, and an interesting one as well. It's something that we don't see very often. Kind of reminds me of Redwall a bit, if you ever read those books as a kid. But I don't know if I'd have given this the winning spot, but I don't complain about that. But best podcast. So did we? How did we do?
We didn't even make it.
Aww.
We didn't even make it. But the runners up. Blue Peg, Pink Peg.
Right.
Heavy Cardboard.
Yes.
And Ludology.
Very good. Congratulations.
So, to all three of you for maybe next year we could maybe get in there. Don't know who we need to bribe to get on out there, but who knows? So yeah. So
that was. What do you think overall then of the Golden Geeks? There was a lot of.
There's a
Root.
lot more. There's a lot of Root, and there's also a lot of other games that we haven't, categories we haven't mentioned that maybe aren't as relevant to us. There's even a category for print and play itself. There's a category for solo gaming, and wargaming, and the best game app as well. So have a look at the site. I'll be honest, I was a bit taken aback that there wasn't more variation.
Yeah.
I expected there to be a lot more variation, because actually a lot of the games, a lot of the theme, the categories, are quite different.
Yeah,
but
and the same names keep coming up. It wasn't just Root either. No. You get The Mind, Brass Birmingham, Keyforge. There's a lot of games that appear in multiple categories.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think there was a little bit more diversity in the last year. The other thing with board gaming is like I haven't got a chance to play all of these games.
Yeah. Well, you only played Root.
I only played Root, exactly. So because it was damn impossible to get hold of a copy.
Yeah.
Right. So I think the fact that it is public vote as well. I think it's good that we should have something like that.
Yes.
We should have a category like that. I do think, though, equally the awards where there's a panel of judges have their place as well. Yeah. I think it's important to have the populist vote and then have the selected ones.
Well, I suppose that's why a lot of awards will do the People's Choice.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you can do it. But so maybe in the next couple of years we will find ourselves on that. The best podcast.
Winner.
2054.
2054 is that the target?
Yes.
We might do it by then.
Yes.
We might do it by then. Anyway, folks, just before we sign off, don't forget. Enter into our competition. Get yourself a free copy of Koi, our game of the year. Let us know what you think of our choices as well. Yeah. Are we completely wrong? Are we mad? Should we be just sacking off recording everything and just playing Root on repeat? Which is what some people on Board Game Geek have evidently done.
Yes.
But until next time, folks, have a good one and take care.
Bye.
Bye.